Aye, we should be live now, guys. Hello, guys, this is What About Nintendo. Today I'm here for another episode of Coffee Talk. Me and my very squeaky chair shall be talking about a lot of things today, including Doom. I can't even talk today, guys. Doom Eternals coming to the Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo selling over 700 million units of hardware. Now, it might take a little bit for people to come in because they're not used to me being this late, but that's for hey DK Smash, how you doing? There's people who are already here. The reason I'm late is because, if you didn't know, I put it on Discord and Twitter, but on Friday I left for Oklahoma because I went to go pick up my brother, because next Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, I'm going to North Carolina for a week, so it'll be all that weekend, that week, and then next weekend, then I'll be back. So I'm gonna miss essentially 1 week of videos and stuff, and I'm gonna be in North Carolina because my dad has a thing up there where he goes and he learns more about his work. He already pretty much knows everything, but he's got to get certified to get into different places for his job, and he likes to bring us because it's cool. North Carolina's awesome. There's mountains you can drive through and cool stuff to do. So I'm gonna go up there because I haven't had a vacation, like an actual vacation, years. So that would be nice. So at least not one more than like a day or two. So that's gonna be fun. That's why I'm late, because I just got home late last night at like 2. I didn't get to bed till like 3 or so. I usually try to get to bed at like midnight to 1 for these. So and I was already tired from a lot of things, doing things in the trip, getting like no sleep. We got like 4 hours of sleep each day on the trip. So I decided to sleep in and do it later. Oh, it didn't take long for people to get in. We already have 6 people. How you guys doing? Hey, Sabbath. Hey, that one guy I don't know. Hey, Robeer. Sabbath, this is your first coffee talk? What? No. Really? Is it? For real? I guess I have to take your word for it, because there's a lot of people coming in and out, but I could have sworn it wasn't. But, I mean, you're you, so I can't argue. But yeah, I do got my coffee here today, even though it's later in the day. I can drink coffee at any time. You're a heavy sleeper? Nice, nice. Coffee is something that I could drink at like at 3 a.m. You know, it's coffee's for all day, every day coffee, so. Also, it's very hot. The hotter coffee is, the more delicious it is. That's how that works, right? Pretty sure. Also, I'm unprepared completely, do not have pictures or anything, sorry about that, but you know, whatever. What are you gonna do? You're gonna miss coffee talks? Oh, you going back to school, that one guy you don't know? Yeah. Well, I mean, they'll always be available afterwards to watch if you want to listen to it like kind of like a podcast or something. In fact, I think it costs money, though, to put them up like iTunes and SoundCloud, though. Otherwise, I totally would. I think it costs money to do that, so I would. Maybe that would be a goal of mine for like Patreon or something, or I don't know, whenever I make enough money. It's 21:03 for you. You're having dinner. Oh my gosh. Oh, you graduated from high school? Yeah, I graduated from high school 2 years ago, so that was fun. It was like two and a half years ago. No, it's roughly 2 years ago, I think. So, haven't gone to college. Haven't really felt like I needed to, since I'm doing YouTube as a job, and that's really what I want to do for a living. And any of my other career plans, like being a singer, I want to be a singer in a rock band, would be great. Don't need to go to college for that. Having my own indie studio, don't really need to college for that. I mean, you don't need a degree. You obviously need to know what to do, but you don't need a degree to be your own indie, you know, developer. So, you're not going to college until like next year? Cool, cool. Lucky. Not lucky, just older than you. I always hear people like, you're out of high school, lucky. It's like, no, not lucky. Still had to do all the same stuff you had to do. I just already did it. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, let's get into the actual topics, because we have a lot of them. Some of them are pretty short, though. So, obviously, Doom Eternal got announced for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PC, PlayStation, you know, Xbox One, all those kind of stuff. And some gameplay was shown. It looks super cool. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I thought it was really cool. The fact that it's actually in, like, you know, Earth. It's on Earth. It seems to be in a city, maybe in New York. I don't know. Everything seems to be in New York these days, and like every day. Like all games, it's like a city. It's just like, nope, that's New York for sure. It's like, okay. So it looked really cool. Gameplay looked great. Graphics looked great. Of course, we haven't seen the Switch version yet. That's being worked on from Panic Button, but from what I have heard, I cannot confirm this 100%. From what I've heard, it's gonna be day and date release with the other versions, which is really cool. Unless it gets a delay, like, you know, every other day and date game on the Switch. But it's gonna aim for 30 frames per second. So obviously it's not gonna be, you know, 60 FPS Doom on the Switch. The other one was 30 FPS. This one's gonna be as well. But I do think it's gonna look better just because they've learned so much more with Wolfenstein, such a much more demanding game, yet in a lot of ways it looked better on the Switch than Doom did. And this one I think is going to look even better than the original Doom 2016 on the Switch. So, yeah, we're both 19. So, I don't know what you guys think about Doom, but I have the Doom 2016 on my PC. I didn't get it on the Switch, just because it's cheaper on the PC. Looking better on the PC. Probably gonna play better on the PC. It's just like I just got it on the PC. So that game though is awesome. I haven't beat it yet. I've been kind of busy, and working on other bigger, more important games like Octopath Traveler and stuff. So but I have played it for like 3-4 hours, and it's great. It's awesome. It's like platforming, and you can get like double jumps and stuff, and the shooting feels really good. The demons have a great design. The level design's great. Feels really cool. Feels almost like it's got a hint of a Metroidvania in there. But not Metroidvania, because that would include. I think that's more of a 2D thing. More of Metroid is what I meant. Not Metroidvania, but more of a Metroid sense to it. Metroid Prime, not Metroidvania. That's a different thing. I just got confused. So I don't know why I have a habit of cutting myself up by drinking coffee. Maybe the coffee's too. It's just an addiction, guys. It's too addicted to coffee. Can't even finish sentences without drinking coffee. Anywho. Yeah, Doom Eternal, come to the Switch. I saw this while I was on vacation. I was like, oh, yes! Yeet! I always thought it would. I think me and Andres have talked about this before, and I was like, yep. Yeah, when Doom Eternal actually gets shown off, I think they're going to announce it for the Nintendo Switch, and sure enough, they did. I just can't wait to see, like, actual, you know, gameplay of it on the Switch, see if it runs better, runs worse, you know, because there's been a lot of improvements made to the Switch, the different engines. Obviously, I said Bethesda themselves, you know, ID Studios been working with the Switch a lot more since the original Doom. They've give performance patches and resolution patches to the original Doom. I think it's going to look a lot better than the original Doom, at least at launch, and I think it's going to be great. I'm going to buy it on the PC, though. What do you guys think? Metroid Prime? Yeah, Metroid Prime, bro. You don't know what Metroid Prime is? Your brother has Doom on his PS4? Cool. You should play it, Sabbath, if you get a chance. Since Oka doesn't seem to be an assist trophy, do you think he'll be an actual fighter? Well, I guess you'll have to check out my roster predictions for that one, because I already answered that question, actually. Go watch that video. You'll learn all about it. Should you get Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate? Should you get it? I don't know. Do you like Monster Hunter? I don't know. It depends on if you like it. Apparently, if you like Monster Hunter, like hardcore Monster Hunter, it's like the best Monster Hunter ever. If you like more casual, if you want to get into Monster Hunter but you're more of a casual fan, you might want to try starting with the Worlds. Don't watch it right now. Wait for the thing to be over. But yeah, Doom Eternal coming to the Switch. Looks great. I saw a 7-minute gameplay snippet. It looked great. I saw some people in the comments were like, "Oh, the graphics, they need polishing." I was like, "What are you talking about? The graphics look amazing. Look better than the original." And I have it on PC. Like, what are you guys talking about? I don't know. They were crazy. Maybe it will look even better than it did, but I thought it was fine. But another thing that they confirmed is that there's gonna be a more traditional multiplayer mode that's different than the multiplayer mode in the first Doom, which I actually never tried out. I should try that out. So this is what they had to say. They said the invasion stuff is just one of the ways we're going to make Doom experience social. I'm not sure what the invasion stuff is. I gotta look more into this game. Apparently there's some kind of invasion stuff. But Doom Eternal game director Marty Stratton told Ball got an interview at QuakeCon. We're not going deep into that. We're working on a PvP component. It is new. It is not an extension of what we did last time. So it's new. It is something we're developing internally, which we didn't do last time. I think the players are really going to enjoy it. It's very Doom, and it's very good. So I'm looking forward to see what that is, because the multiplayer in the original Doom feels very, from what I've seen, I haven't actually played it, as I said, but it looks very bare bones. Like, I want, like, a more, like, real traditional, like, maybe Halo style multiplayer, or I guess this a Doom twist on that, so that's what I want to see. But I don't know what you guys, I don't know if any of you guys have even played Doom. I think from what I can tell, I don't think any of you guys have played it, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments though. Yeah, I think if you can play Doom either on the Switch or the PC or whatever, I think you should try it out, because it's great. It's like, I bought it for $15 on Steam during a sale, and they have sales on Steam all the time, so if you have Steam and a good PC, you should pick it up there. If not, maybe pick it up on the Switch if you like that handheld experience, because I heard that's a really good way of playing it. Or you can pick up the PS4 if you want to play at home. So, you played Doom on the N64, does that count? No, it doesn't. It doesn't count, because it's not even close to the same thing. But you should play Doom on the new Doom and tell me how it compares to Doom on the N64, because I'm actually very curious now that you mentioned that. Because I've seen a little bit of it, but I can tell that it's like not the same, not quite the same thing. So, but moving on to the next topic, and that is something I don't personally really care or want to see, but I know a lot of people would be really hyped if this happened. That is, the Rage 2 developers are looking at Nintendo Switch and working out whether it is possible. So, there was an interview with the Rage game director about whether or not the game Rage 2 would come to the Nintendo Switch, and he said this. He said, "We're looking at the tech on that right now, and we're still evaluating that. We stream everything, and we're just looking, because everything's open, everything's available, so there are no level loads. We're looking at that now, but we don't know." So, I've seen some people in the comments, you know, back when we were doing E3, and they were talking about, you know, their favorite games at E3, and Rage 2 actually came out quite a bit. I looked at Rage 2 and I was like, this kind of looks weird, and very weird. I didn't like I'm not really into more of the punk kind of games, like the punk style games. Not really big on that style, so it didn't really look cool to me, but I didn't know if any of you guys were interested, because I saw a lot of people back at E3 like, oh, Rage, it's amazing. So, I don't know. Shovel Knight should have been playable. Yeah. Who cares for Rage 2? It's not my type of game. Same, dude. Same. As I was saying, it's the same. I just, like, saw people like, oh, I want this game. I was like, really? You do? It looks weird. I think the gameplay looks pretty interesting, but, like, the style of the overall game itself, like the art style and, like, the character designs and stuff is very weird. I was like, I don't know about this. But I mean, like, blowing shit up and doing cool stuff is always fun. So maybe I will enjoy it. But definitely it's one of those things where, like, the style and theme of the game really is off-putting for me. Just like, It's kind of the same for that other, like, really punk game that's coming out. It's like Cyberpunk. That one looks dumb, to be honest. It looks really retarded. I don't know, like, it looks lame to me. I don't know why. It's just like, I don't still like punk things. It's like, not really my thing. It's just weird. I don't like it. But on to the next one. I just wanted to talk about that one. This is actually a really quick one as well. And it's kind of the same theme. And that is, actually, all three of these are the next, three of the next ones are Same thing. So there are currently no plans for a Switch version of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now this doesn't surprise me at all, but they were asked, the developers were asked, hey, you got this cool new game, you got the Switch selling really well. Games are hipping and hopping it on the system, selling like crazy. Oh, you gotta put your game on here. And they were like, nah, fam. So this is what they had to say. They said, Eidos Montreal, the developer studio, is putting all of its efforts and focus onto the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. He added that he's personally a big fan of Nintendo's hybrid console, but it wasn't the right fit for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, at least not right now. So this makes sense to me, because none of the other Tomb Raider games are on the Switch, or any other Nintendo consoles as far as I know. Maybe the really old ones were on like the GameCube or something, or the N64, I don't know. But none of the new ones are on any Nintendo platforms. None for the new series. There's 2 games that in the series already. Neither of them are on any Nintendo consoles, so we need to get those first. I'd assume. Wait, when we want that first. I guess Wolfenstein 2 came to the Switch, and we don't have Wolfenstein 1, so it's possible. But for me, if I was the developer, I'd be like, oh, just put the original, Tomb Raider, and then put Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then put Shadow of the Tomb Raider, eventually. So that's just me, I think. I actually have the new, the one right before Rise of the Tomb Raider, just the Tomb Raider. Have that on Steam. Haven't touched it at all. I think I would really enjoy it once I do go back and, actually play it. I just haven't had time. That's why I haven't beaten Doom. So I haven't started that game. PC games, they're just I have so many Nintendo games to play. I don't really have time to focus on PC or PS4. So it's just I have other stuff to do too. I'm so busy. It's I'm trying to I've only played 25 hours of Octopath Traveler, and it's my whole hype game of this year. So I don't have time to play Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider isn't your type of game either. From what I can tell, Tomb Raider looks a lot like Uncharted in a lot of ways, and I love Uncharted. It's so good. So I think I would really like Tomb Raider, but just haven't had the chance. You think Red Dead Redemption 2 will come to the Switch? Haha, no. That's not happening. You played the first one on Xbox 360? I haven't played that, actually. Where's Metroid Prime 4? It's in development. I don't know why everyone expects Metroid Prime 4 news. I've been hey guys, it was E3 or bust. We're not getting Metroid Prime 4 news probably till next E3. It's just not happening. Nintendo's not gonna be hey guys, by the way, random Metroid Prime 4 news, here you go. It might, maybe be a teaser trailer at a direct sometime if there's a really big direct. I don't even expect that. It could happen. Small percent, maybe 10% chance of that happening. I think it's 90% chance that we won't see Metroid Prime 4 till next E3. Don't expect it. Switch needs a new F-Zero game. True. I need to actually play an F-Zero game. Never played one before. I can emulate one. You need Red Dead Revolver. Red Harlow is your favorite protagonist from the series. Protagonist, excuse me. Okay. But yeah, I don't think Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be coming to the Switch, just because that game is so big. They've been working on it for so long. It's so graphically intense. It's just they could come to the Switch, don't get me wrong. It could come to the Switch. It is possible. It'd just be a lot of work, and I don't think they want to do all that work, at least not right now. It could come eventually, but definitely not anytime soon. Don't expect that anytime soon. Maybe in a year or two, it could be on the Switch, but I don't know. Play F-Zero GX in the GameCube brand. It's a badass game. That's what I've heard. Andre's always Andre's always oh, the game's so good. Just play it. So maybe I'll emulate that and play it on a Patreon stream or something. And something else I wanted to let you know. When I was talking to you guys about Patreon, oh, go get on Patreon, and I'm gonna be doing Patreon stuff soon. I forgot that I'm taking 3 weekends on trips. Well, the first weekend I didn't realize, yesterday, I didn't realize I was gonna be on a trip, so when my brother told me we were going on a trip, I thought we were going there and back the same day, Didn't realize we were staying the whole weekend. So I was there and I was like, oh, we're staying the whole week. Okay, cool. So, wasn't even home Sunday. So didn't do it then. And then I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. So, unless you just want to support me for the money, hold off on Patreon until next month because I won't be having any content. Just want to let you guys know. I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh yeah, totally gonna do it. They're like, oh, hey, thanks for that money, but haha, no, not gonna actually get you anything. Because I'd be a douchebag if I did that. I'd be a straight up asshole if I did that. So, just let you guys know. Anywho, no plans for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, so let's move on to the next one. Another quick topic, and that is Ubisoft director says he would bring Assassin's Creed Odyssey to the Nintendo Switch if he knew how to program himself. So Game Informer asked, hey, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey coming to the Nintendo Switch? And this is what he had to say. He had to say, I don't know how to program, so otherwise I would do it myself. This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard from a director. Because guess what? You're the director. You direct other people to do work. Sure, you might work on the game a little bit yourself, maybe, but you're the game director. You have programmers you can hire, and they work under you, and they do the work. So why are you like, oh, it could come to the Switch, but I don't know how to program, so I would, what? What? I'm so confused. I am legit, like, just shocked and confused and, like, what? Like, dude, does this make sense to any of you guys? Is this something that you think a director would say, like, anytime? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Assassin's Creed Odyssey with Mario as a DLC character? Dude, yeah. Hey, Miles Howard, Captain Toad for Smash Ultimate? No. You clearly can't direct his mind. Oh gosh, I just thought, shit. So I was putting my cup back. Oh shit! I was putting my cup back down, and I put it back down too fast, and it just went. All the coffee went shoo, out of my cup. I have no paper towels in here. That's fine. It's not on anything important. I'll just clean that up later. Shit. Well, maybe it was funny for you guys. Then maybe that's the most entertaining part of the whole live stream right there. Anywho, I just thought this was the weirdest developer answer or director answer that I've ever seen. Just want to share that with you guys because I'm just like, wait, what? What do you mean if you could program? You're not supposed to program. You're supposed to ask other people to program for you and you're supposed to direct them. That's how that works. I don't understand. Anyways, another topic that's going to be pretty short. Actually, a lot of these are pretty short. Yeah, most of these topics are pretty short. But there's a lot of them, so that's why the coffee talk might actually be pretty long. Well, there's only a few left, and then we can smash. So, anywho, so Splatoon 2. There's a weird thing about Splatoon 2. And at least weird for some people. Squids and octolings can't swim. Even though they're sea creatures, they can't swim. And people, I don't know why, but you know, we kind of started to accept that squids can't swim. But some people are like, why can't octolings swim? And I'm like, well, it's the same reason squids can't swim, and the director has the same thing as well. So he said, the concept behind these creatures is that they evolved to be able to transform. And at one point in the evolutionary process, they lost the ability to live in the water. The octolings evolved in the same way that inklings did. Like, their skin is a little too thin for the water now. That's why they can transform. But just like the inklings, they can't swim in the water anymore. I don't know why this is even a question, honestly. Because they both are ink-based creatures. Ink dissipates in water, therefore, if you jumped into water, you just kind of dissipate. Gone. Puff. Just like in the game. So, and The only difference between the Inklings and Octolings is that one of them is in the shape of a squid, and one of them is the shape of an octopus. So I don't know why people are confused about this. Really, like, what? Shouldn't this be obvious? But apparently the director felt the need to actually explain it to us. I don't know. Is anybody actually asking this question? I don't know. Isn't it because they're only meant to swim in ink? Well, ink, it's because it's like I said, if they're ink based, so ink just kind of in the water. Have you ever seen people take like a pen or like one of those like old pens, or just like put a drop of ink, just like a drop of ink in the water, it just goes. That's what would happen to an Inkling's body if they jump in the water. They'd be like, because their skin's thin, and it holds the ink. Since their skin is thin, they can transform at will. But, since their skin is thin, if they jump into water, then they die. That's why. I thought people already knew this. I thought that was pretty obvious. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. But, for me, I was just like, oh, yeah, that's how it works. Of course it is. In the DLC, if you look up on the train, you see the ocean. The ocean. Well, yeah, the ocean still exists. Doesn't mean you can swim in it. You just play the games. You don't think about the lore. Me either. Most of the time, it's just like I've had to think about this question before, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's how it is. So. Anyways, on to the next topic, and that is, excuse me, that Nintendo has achieved the sales over. Excuse me, let me reword that. Nintendo has sold over 700 million units of hardware in total. So, this has come from Reset Era Phantom Thief, who went and they went back to all the different. So Nintendo has their sales numbers for their systems public. So he went to all the different systems and he added them together, and it came up to a total of over 700 million units of hardware. So this is how it breaks down. Nintendo home console sales, that is the NES, 61.91 million. This is in order of release. SNES at 49.10 million. NC4 at 32.93 million. GameCube at 21.74 million. Wii at 101,063 million. Wii U at 13.56 million, and Nintendo Switch at 19.67 million. That's a total of 300.54 million units in console sales. And then the handheld sales, Game Boy at 118 million and 690,000, including Game Boy and Game Boy Color. The Game Boy Advance at 81,510,000. DS at 154,020,000, and the 3DS at 72,890,000, which is a total of 427,110,000, which is absolutely crazy. So in total, that is 727,650,000 total console sales. Hey, Lazy James, how you doing? Switch is kicking ass, dude. It is. It's doing pretty well, actually. It's doing pretty well. It's catching up. It's getting up there. If it keeps going for as long as Nintendo wants it to, it could get up to Wii numbers or beyond. Because Wii's 101,000. That was out for. That was such a long life. It was like 7-8 years. The Switch has been out for less than 2 years, and it's already at a fifth of the Wii's total lifetime sales. The problem with the Wii was it sold really well in the beginning, and then Nintendo stopped kind of putting out really big games for it. It kind of came really overwhelmed with shovelware. Smartphones started coming out. The casuals started leaving, and so by the end of its lifetime, it wasn't selling all that great anymore. It was selling like fine, but it wasn't selling amazing like it was in the beginning. I think the Switch has the potential of selling more than the Wii, depending on how long it lasts, or if they count the Switch and maybe the Switch 2 as the same thing. I don't know how they would count that, but like maybe a more powerful Switch, like a Switch XL or a Switch Boost or whatever they wanted to call it, that has more power. I think that they would probably count that. Otherwise, they did count the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance separate, so it's hard to say what they would do. But I think that total will definitely pass the Wii because there's a much more hardcore audience and casual audience, and Nintendo seems to be wanting to support it for way longer. So hopefully, if Nintendo keeps supporting it, I think it's going to pass Wii numbers. So some other cool statistics. Yeah, Lisa James, we're just talking about the fact that the Nintendo has sold over 700 million units of hardware total for their consoles and handhelds. Hey, Blackstar Dude, how you doing? Your phone just wants to be PG. That's funny. You would love to take your Switch to high school, but you can't? Oof. Oof. Some other statistics. The highest selling Nintendo hardware is the Nintendo DS at 154.02 million. 21.16% above. I don't know. I think, wait, it says 21.16%, but I'm not sure what that's. Is that above the other one? Like the second highest? I don't know. I'm kind of confused about what that means, actually. Anyways, it's the highest. The lowest selling Nintendo hardware is obviously the Wii U, 13.56 million. The Nintendo systems with the best attach rate, which means software sales to hardware sales, is the GameCube at 9.5 games per consumer, which is absolutely incredible, actually. That's a really high attach rate for games. Like, the Switch has an incredible attach rate, and it's not as good as the GameCube. The GameCube just had some absolutely killer games. Just like, the games are great. Honestly, if that had launched, like, the system, the GameCube itself was an amazing system. The problem is, it launched next to the PS2, which had, like, a DVD player, and people were literally buying it just to play DVDs. Literally, I think that PS2 didn't have a DVD player, and the GameCube had bigger discs. The GameCube probably would have outsold the PS2. That's just my opinion. I don't know. It's possible that but there's also the momentum from the PS1 to the PS2 that kind of did things as well. But the GameCube itself was it was just an amazing system with amazing games. So GameCube, why'd you do so bad? 21 million too. That's disappointing. That could have easily. The GameCube deserved easily like 40-50 million. I think it got less than half of the sales that it deserved because that console was so good. Anyways, on average, Nintendo has sold 20.7 million units of hardware every year since 1983, which is absolutely insane. Double Dash for the win. I've never played Double Dash. I want to play it, try it out, because everyone says it's great, but I don't know, never played it. And none of my friends had it either. We just played Mario 64. Mario Kart 64. We never had Double Dash. None of my friends had it. Not a single one of my friends had it. So, I don't know. Excuse me, no idea why I had to cough right then. Your 5th grade teacher has a PS4 just to play DVDs? Exactly. Hell yeah, people hate on Double Dash, but you loved the game? Never played it. I don't know why people hate on it. I always hear people talking about good things, but I don't know. Yeah. I had a PlayStation 2. Not hating on the PlayStation 2. Thought the PlayStation 2 was pretty good. There were some games I loved on it. Ratchet and Clank. Gran Turismo. Some other games I'm not thinking of right now. Like, it had good games, but it wasn't. I never thought it to be like this just absolutely mind-blowing system that was just way better than everything else. I played my Xbox and my GameCube way more than I played my PlayStation 2. Like, I never ever thought it was just this absolutely just killer system like everybody else did. I don't know. That was just me. I just was like, oh cool, plays DVDs. I have a DVD player, whatever. I already have another DVD player. So, Double Dash was the hardest one for you to beat. You like the PS2, you played a lot of Twisted Metal Black. Never played that game. Never played it. Like, I didn't hate the PS2, and I don't hate it now. I thought it was a great system. I just didn't think it was this best end-all, be-all system. that everyone thought it was. Ratchet & Clank was probably my favorite series on that. Do love the PS2 for that. Ratchet & Clank, such a good series. Probably my favorite PlayStation series. Insomniac, now that you're pretty much done with Spider-Man, please go make a new Ratchet & Clank game. Please. Just go. Do it. Go do it now. Hey, TGB, how you doing? Yeah, Nintendo, doing good. I think, you know, just another couple console generations and we'll be at 100. A billion. Probably, you know, just I imagine like 10 years from now, Nintendo's gonna be at like a billion units of hardware, which is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely insane. So, pretty cool. On to the next one, though. The first one that actually has to do with Smash. There's two of these. Well, actually, only one of them really has to do with Smash, but whatever. Just a quick one that I thought was funny is that the person who designed King K. Rool for Donkey Kong Country says he wishes that he had given him a better name now that he's in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So this is what Greg, let's see how do you pronounce Mayles, M-A-Y-L-E-S, said this on Twitter. He said, "Never expected old K. Rool to make it out of Donkey Kong Country, let alone turn up in hashtag Smash Brothers for nearly 25 years later." No idea why I had to say the hashtag, but shh. Maybe I should have spent a bit more than 5 minutes coming up with his slightly rubbish name. So apparently it only took him 5 minutes to come up with King K. Rool, which King Cruel. It's like every other like rare, you know, like it fits. It's like that Rare Donkey Kong. I think Greg, did he work with Rare? I'm not sure. Yeah, he worked with Rare. It's a very rare. I was like, I thought he worked. I'm pretty sure he worked with Rare. Yeah, he did. So it's a very rare name to come up with. I think his name's fine. I don't know. He thinks it's rubbish, at least slightly. I thought it was fine. But he wishes. I just thought it was funny that the director's like, damn it. I should have named him something better. Say, hey, Hammer Cyclone, how you doing? Welcome to stream. PS2 had a DVD player and GameCube had a VHS player? What? VHS player? Did it? What? What are you talking about? It would take 30 years for the Switch to hit that number? A billion? What? Hit one number. Playing the Switch will listen to me? Cool. In the meantime, we will play games. That guy could possibly break Banjo-Kazooie? Hashtag possibly. I don't think he works with Rare anymore. I don't think he works with Rare anymore. Maybe he does. Does he work with Rare anymore? We can figure this out right now. Mr. Greg. Yeah, I think he's still working with Rare because I think he's working on Sea of Thieves. Yeah, so I think he does still work with Rare. I mean, he could, I guess. It's possible. Hey, Julian, how you doing? You changed your name to just Julian. I am nobody, just Julian. Just plain old Julian here. Julian. I should say Julian. Not Julian. Still. I'm just thinking about King Julian. 700 million units. Oh yeah, it would take the Switch forever to reach that. Yeah, I don't think the Switch will ever reach 700 million units. This is not happening. Yeah, I see you changed your name and profile pic. Is that the sheep from, oh. What is that? It's right there. I don't know. I don't remember. Nintendo needs to buy Rare back. Microsoft treating them like shit. It'd be nice for Microsoft or Nintendo own the IPs, but Most of the people who work at Rare now never didn't work at Rare before. Obviously, this Greg guy still does, but most of them don't. Sean the Sheep. Yeah. He's from... I don't remember. He's the old cartoon. Let me know in the comments below if you remember that. You missed most of Coffee Talk. You're going to listen to it later from the beginning. Cool. But thank you for coming and joining us live whenever you can. Koopa Troopa Poopa. Anyways, yeah, I just thought it was funny. He's just like, oh, shit. Should have named him better. But something else he showed after the tweet became really big is that he actually still has the kind of development papers and different things for Donkey Kong Country, and apparently the game was originally called Monkey Mayhem, not Donkey Kong Country, Monkey Mayhem. And King K. Rool was called Commander K. Rool with a K, K-O-M-M-A-N-D-E-R, K. Rool. And Squawks was not a parrot. In fact, he was an owl called Hooter. So he actually sent us a picture of the different things in development. And I'm going to let you guys see this because it's pretty cool. So here you go. So as you can see, the game's name was going to be Monkey Mayhem. You know, and they had different things you can see here. They're talking about different things like Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, and different things. Old Man Kong, Feminine Miss Kong, Blondie Kong or Honey Kong was going to be also her name. Funky's the cool and hip Kong. See, there is supposed to be an owl named Hooter. Hope we can use this one. Nope, that didn't happen. I love the fact that they were like, man, really hope we can use this one, and then they didn't. They went with Squawks instead. And it was supposed to be a mole named Minnie. Let's see, there's lots of different... Yep, see, Chief Quemron was supposed to be the Commander K. Rool. All this different stuff, so... Some cool trivia. Can I get this to move out of the way so I can actually see the rest of the area? I can see everything there. Just something cool I thought was fun. I was like looking at different things that changed in development because I think they're very interesting. Yeah. You forgot the name of it too? Yeah. Everyone wants Goku in Smash like he's a manga character, not a video game character. I mean, still, he's in video games. I think he'd be fun in Smash. I don't really want him to be in Smash. Like, I'm not like, oh, Goku for Smash. It needs to happen. But I'm just not like, Goku can't be in Smash. He's a manga character. People are bitching that there's too many characters. Who? Who's doing that? Bunch of idiots. That's... The Kremlings were originally from another Rare video game. I did not know that. Yeah, why would people be mad over too many characters? Yeah, Sabbath, that's so confusing. People be crazy, man. People be tripping. Anyways, that's all for topics, the pre-Smash topics. We're gonna get into the Smash topic now. We're in the Smash blog now. So let me open that up. It's actually like nothing really shown. Hold on, let me go to the blog. Let me see. Yeah, wow. Okay, I didn't actually check to see if there was anything new, but I think we've already talked about all this. I don't think they actually released anything. Maybe Richard. Did we look at Richard? I don't know if we looked at Richard. No, I don't know if we did. Did they show anything on the Japanese? Not really. Wow. I'm surprised. I don't usually check because I like to be surprised about the Smash block, like live with you guys. So I don't usually check to see what's there. And I'm just like, there's nothing. There's nothing there. Okay, I guess we'll look at Richard because I don't think we really looked at him that much. Metroid Prime soundtrack is fire. Who agrees? Dude, it is. More characters, more chaos. Hey, Josh, am I excited for tonight's podcast? Yeah, boy. Always excited about the podcast. Actually, next week when I'm on the trip, I will not be on the podcast. I have to tell you that, guys, that. However, I will be trying to do, like, live coffee talks from my phone. I don't know how those will work. Maybe I'll just chat about you guys about random stuff and some Nintendo news if I can. Like, maybe I'll look it up and jot it down on something and then talk about it, because I'm not really sure how that will work because I'm on my phone. But we're going to try to do some live stuff. Just chatting with you guys, hanging out. Well, I'm gone every day, but there won't be normal content. You guys are already school. People be tripping like in Smash Brothers Brawl. Oof. Anywho. Let me just move my camera here. I wonder if one day I will forget to do that and then I'll just never do it again. Hashtag coffee talk thoughts. Anyhow, let's get into this. You know what? Turn this music off. We gotta get our Smash music. Why is there not? Oh, I had to hit the menu button to get to the menu now. There used to just be the menu. Whatever. Let's put that on. So of course, we got Mr. Richard here. Today's fighter, 66E. Richard from the Castlevania series joins the battle as Simon's Echo Fighter. His basic attacks are the same as Simon's, but with subtle variations. In addition to that, his holy water is a different color. Ooh, different color? Wow, that changes a lot. Yeah. You can see Mr. Simon right there. Not Simon, Richard. My bad. So used to talk about Simon. I still do plan to play Castlevania during the Patreon streams. It's just gonna be after I get back. So, if you guys were looking forward to that, don't worry, I'll still be doing that. It's just gonna be after I get back, so. This trip stuff, man, it's tripping me up. The trip be tripping me. I be tripped from the trip. Tripping from the trip. There is a memory, though, in Japan that we haven't read. That is that the first appearance to Richard Nintendo work is Akumanjo Dracula XX. Released for Super Nintendo in 1995. It will be a story after hundreds of years in the era where Simon is. And you can see the box art here. Box art used to be so cool. It's got like that 80s cartoon look to it. 80s, 90s cartoon. Maybe even older than that actually, cartoons. But it's cool. It used to be actual boxes. Like just straight up boxes. Like these aren't boxes. These are super cool, but these aren't boxes. Like back in the day, man. They just gave you actual like boxes. You could have probably told me this is a movie. I could have thought this was like a VHS tape. It totally looks like this is a box for like a VHS tape. I always like looking at the old packaging for stuff. It's just interesting how things have changed. Yeah. I guess we can go to his page. The menu. Go to fighters. Hey, King Kirill. How you doing? And Richard. Do I know Etika? I know of Etika. I do not know Etika. Imagine if they added a Tetris piece in the new Smash. Like, as a character? What? That'd be weird. Put the Zelda Breath of the Wild Smash theme on? I'll put it on in a bit. So what, Richard Brett's now it's Richter? Ah, thank you. Richter, then. Julian will probably work better as an assist trophy. Or, I'm guessing you mean the Tetris piece? That'd be interesting, like Tetris piece just fall and start, like, going into place. Be interesting. Or they're, like, falling on screen, then you think they're going this way, but all of a sudden they move over. And so, like, you're dodging, then all of a sudden just hits you. Wonder if your history teacher played Castlevania? I don't know. Maybe a Tetris stage? That would be interesting. I'd like it. I'd be down for a Tetris stage. But yeah, I will be playing Castlevania in like 2 weeks on the Patreon. So if you guys want to get on that, just stay tuned. Ah, so brutal. My boy Lucas, how could you do that? yeah. I guess that's all for the Smash blog. They haven't really shown much. I was kind of thinking that after the Direct, or some people were thinking, I was maybe kind of thinking, that after the Direct, that they would, just realized I'm really blue. There we go, that's better. Anywho, after the Direct, that there would be more updates to Smash, but there has actually been less updates since. The updates have been less and less, and there's been, like, nothing, actually, since the Direct, so... Okay, that's how. Do you want to roll Nintendo? I guess there's been the new music, but other than that, it's like it's all the same. So I'm just like, I don't know what you're doing, man. But you guys wanted the Breath of the Wild, so we'll put that on. But I guess we'll end the stream off here. Well, I guess we can talk for a bit. Let me answer your guys' current questions, and then I'll end the stream. Let's see. I should make Super Castlevania 4. All right, I'll add that to the list. Because I am trying to figure out which Castlevania I'm going to play on for the Patreons. So I'm going to add that to my list here. Because I have a different one. So I'll put this one on. You rated Smash Ultimate rated teen or E10 and up? I think they're going to try to get an E10 and up rating. Because typically if you have lower ratings, parents will like to buy it for their kids more. So you can get sales better that way. That just seems to be a thing. So they might go for that. But with the story mode as dark as it seems like it's gonna be, it might end up being teen. It just might. Let's see what you say. Super Castlevania 4. Super Castlevania 4. Alright. Thanks for the suggestion, Sabbath. You didn't Nintendo say they're going to announce things in fall? I think they will. Yeah, it's kind of alluded to another Direct coming. Also, they alluded to more character reveals, and they've alluded to more stage reveals as well. Since, you know that when they showed off the dragon from Monster Hunter, that stage that he appears on is not included in the 103 current stages. So I think my theory that there's going to be more stages that you unlock that they're not going to show off might be true. Maybe there's another Breath of the Wild stage or Splatoon stage, you know, all these different series stages that you just have to unlock, and they're not going to talk about them. The stages are like, oh, 103 stages, hey, look over here, aha, 100 stages, yeah, yep, this is definitely the final count. But there's been other stages we've seen, they're not included in the count, so. I don't know. It's my favorite type of cookie. Turtle? I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking... Actually, I'm thinking it might be one in November. I think September's a little too soon. Because we just had one this month, which is August. So to have one next month, September, don't you think that'll be a little too soon? I think they're going to wait till at least late October, early November. Yeah, I think... Well, obviously, I think they're going to talk about the secret mode before the game comes out, so... No, not soon. I think they're only going to have 2 before the Direct. You know, I think they're only going to have 1 more before the game comes out. So I think it's going to be late October, early November, so... Anyways, guys, that would be all for this live stream, because I could probably talk with you guys for a million years, but I have stuff to get ready, other things to do, and I don't want this to be a million years long, so... Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this live stream, make sure to like and subscribe for more live streams like this Monday through Friday. And as I said, I would be gone for a week. So I'll be gone for this weekend, this week, the next week, and then that next weekend as well, and then I'll be back. So I'll put it on Discord, the exact dates I'll be gone, so you guys can see that. Make sure to be following me on Discord and Twitter, because I put a lot of updates, schedules, polls of what games I should play, exactly when I go live, all that good stuff, Discord and Twitter. So you definitely want to be on those so you can keep up to everything that's going on. And plus you can chat with me and we can hang out and have fun. So thank you guys all for watching. And hello Mike's Gameplay, not official. Heck, you just came at literally the last second. Is there a podcast tonight? Yes, there is a podcast tonight. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see all you guys later on What About Nintendo. Bye.